Blessed, bright, and early morning to you all. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all up and running, getting yourselves ready to watch some cricket, lovely cricket. So, in a couple of hours' time, based on when I am recording this video, West Indies and Ireland will do battle in the second T20 game of the series. And as you can see, I am up bright and early, losing my morning's rest to talk about West Indies cricket. Huh? All right, so in this one, I am going to be going through my playing 11 and batting order. Also going to be, letting you know exactly why I've decided to put the team together like this. Now, before we get into the playing 11, just a quick disclaimer. This is not me predicting the playing 11 that Sammy and Shea Hope will go with. This is not me saying that CWI people, this is the way to go. This is me looking at the squad and saying, as a fan, this is how I would put it together, thinking that these players will complement each other, right? So let's get straight into it. You can also let me know your playing 11 in the comment section. So opening, we have Brandon King and Evan Lewis. That's the opening pair that I have been going with from the start of the tour, right? From even before we play England. That's the opening pair that I have been naming. Obviously, we haven't had that. It's been Johnson Charles and Evan Lewis. But that's my personal preference. I'm going with Lewis and King to open. At number 3, Captain Shea Hope. Right? Captain Shea Hope hasn't been a very fruitful tour for him as a captain. You understand, his team, you could say that, not doing too well at all. But he comes in at number 3. We're hoping that Hope, no pun intended, will go out there and, spend some time at the wicket and just bat. You understand, the last game that we played against England, the third and final game, he looked good. You understand, he was batting pretty well until he got out. So we're hoping for a very good innings against him. One thing is for sure, this team that we're going up against, they are no soft soap. They have some very, very good players there, very talented players. We actually saw that in the ODI series that we played against them. I mean, rain and stuff, but they have some very good players. So Shea Hope comes in at number 3. At number 4, we go Sheffield Rutherford. I'm still batting him at number 4, still keeping him up there, giving him that responsibility. I want him to be a mainstay in the team, want him to be somebody that we can depend on. We are going into a World Cup, like what, probably 8 months out or something like that. We need to have, especially the batting, the top 5, top 6 settled. When they can rotate between 1 and 2, with the all-rounders, you need to have that settled. So I have him nailed down there. We're going to come up against teams that the openers will probably get lick away early. Number 3 batsman will probably get lick out of the way, right? But just like I think it was New Zealand that we played last year, he showed that he has the ability to stay there and bat long. So I want him at number 4. Ravman Powell, former captain, played extremely well in the final game against England a couple days ago. Unfortunately, or a few days ago. Unfortunately, it wasn't in a winning cause, right? He batted well though. So that will definitely be some good individual feeling that he's having there in terms of, knowing that he's in good nick. So Ravman Powell comes in at number 5, and we're hoping that he will continue. Right, we're hoping that he will hammer down himself as the main man right there. Right, as I said, you're going into the World Cup. You want to know that the specialist batsmen are there, specialist batters. If there is a couple shots that you need to master by now on the World Cup, if you have to do that to make sure that you can face any bowling that you're put up against, then you need to do that. Right, Hetmeyer comes in at number 6. Hetmeyer looked good, and for this one you can rotate between Hetmeyer and Powell, right? For example, it depends on if Rutherford is out there, you probably want to send Powell, right? If Rutherford gets out, you'll probably send Hetty first, depending on what the bowling is like for the other team, depending on what's going on the day, right? So Powell there at 5, Hetty at 6, coming in to do his thing. We know that he has the ability to really bat long, but over the last few years, we see the role that he's been playing. So that is the role that he's playing. So I have him at number 6. But one thing, if we lose some wickets early and he decides to go there and settle down and play the ball on the ground, he has the ability to do that, right? It's very it's very calling, or it's very enticing to want to hit the ball over the boundary and thing, right? So not a lot of players will look to play the ball on the ground. But he comes in at 6. At number 7, we have Romario Shepherd. Right, Romario Shepherd is now that player that we can depend on when he walk in. When he comes in, we're looking that he can put the ball in attack on the back foot. Right, so Romario Shepherd, especially with some pace. So he comes in at number 7. At number 8 in this game, Jason Holder. Right, I have been saying that I'm not playing Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd, and Andrew Russell in the same team. Obviously, Romario Shepherd is my front line all-rounder based on how you guys see me picking this team. And Jason Holder hasn't done too badly with us for us with the bat. You understand? We are hoping that it will continue like that. What we want though is the bowling. You understand? He's bowling in the power play, coming back. We want him to take wickets. We want him to keep it down a bit, right? In terms of the runs that goes off his bowling. Akil Hussain, right? We know that Akil Hussain can swing the bat and he can also play some good shot. Goody Kishmoti might have something to say about this. He might be saying that, listen, I need to be batting in front of Akil Hussain, right? But doesn't matter to me, right? So Hussain, Moti, and then we have the one out-and-out pacer, Alzari. I know that he doesn't get into a lot of people's team because of his because of the amount of runs and stuff, but it's good especially in the middle overs when they spread the field a bit to have a little bit of pace. And I've always said that, listen, I know that pace without right everything except for pace. I've always said that's not good. You understand? Pace without good line and length is not the best thing in the world. But we're definitely hoping that you'll be able to do some work for us. Ideally, you want your lead pace man to bowl 1 or 2 overs in the power play without you being too worried. So that's the next thing, because we have the lead pacer that's not bowling there. So one of the all-rounders have to end up. I mean, the all-rounder ones that we have doing it, they have been doing it for a few years now. So I guess it's okay to have them doing it. But yeah, that's my playing 11. Evan Lewis, Brandon King, Hope 3, Rutherford 4, Powell 5, Hetty 6, Romario Shepherd 7, Holder 8, Hussain 9, Moti 10, Alzari 11. And we have the bowler Alzari 1, Moti 2, Hussain 3, Holder 4, Shepherd 5. And I just remember it. I don't know. Rutherford might not be fit, The first game that got washed out, I didn't see the playing 11 because I was so busy. So I'm not sure if Rutherford is up and running. So we might have to if Rutherford is not fully fit, we might have to get another player in, and probably I think Casey Carty is there. I don't see anyone else. We know the situation with goalie, right? So that yeah, are probably one of them guys battle a little higher and bring in Matthew Ford, right? But that is my playing 11. I am hoping that Rutherford is good. Big up on yourself. Stay safe. Bless.